Hey, it's Magnus here, and today I am going to share with you the 3 ways in which I manipulate people. There are 3 ways in which I typically manipulate people. The first is strangers. I manipulate strangers who visit my website. People I don't know, they visit my website. The page isn't just blank, there's text there. And it's my purpose to get people from just seeing my website and being perhaps indifferent towards it, and I want them to give me some money for an object I have designed and made. Typically a titanium pen, pencil, tweezers, that kind of thing. I call it manipulation, other people call it selling, but it is just manipulation. When you want someone to do something and you do what you can, whether it's in person selling or whether it's online selling, it is just manipulation. So what I do is, on my website I have a page that talks all about the product. I try to manipulate people by grabbing their attention. I then try to manipulate them by keeping their attention. I then try to manipulate them by developing a story and having them just read it, and so they have to sort of keep on reading it, and they keep reading and reading and learn more about the particular product that they're looking at. And I further try and manipulate them by really pushing the features and benefits of the product. And the ultimate proof that this manipulation works is that they open their wallet, get out their credit card, type in the details, their order information, money goes in my bank account, and I pack and ship one of my products that I have designed and made to them. It sounds wrong when I say it, that I'm manipulating people into giving me money and I am giving them something that for them must be of greater value than the money, because people wouldn't exchange their money for something unless they felt that the value of that something is greater than the money. But when you use the word manipulation, it's somehow, it just feels weird, but that's what it is. I like to think I'm very practical, pragmatic, reasoned, reasonable, logical, and in line with that, manipulation is what is occurring there. It really is. The second way I manipulate people is people who I am getting to know. And here's what I do. Someone who I am getting to know, and sometimes who I know already, quite often they will maybe complain about something, talk negatively about something, about someone. I never ever join that conversation. I might nod, I might go, oh yes, that's interesting, or I see what you're saying there, but I will never contribute to that negativity. I will let them talk, I won't stop it, but I will never contribute to it, especially if it's talking about someone else. And that is pure 100% manipulation on my part of that person. Because I'm not someone who talks about others, I generally don't complain about things. I don't complain about other people and talk about other people. And in fact, if someone talks about someone else, I will actually try and find the positive about that person they're talking about and say, hey, yeah, that person might be such and such like you're saying, but he's very good at this, or she's very good at that. I always try and, what's the word? Protect that person, stand up for that person that isn't there, regardless of who it is. So when someone starts complaining, like if they don't know me very well and they start going on a rant about someone or people or anything like that, I stand my ground and I completely manipulate them by not joining them in the rant, not joining them. It's kind of like training. It's like training someone, manipulating and training someone to be like, I, Magnus, I'm not the person that you talk about people with or complain about other things and people with. I'm not that role, I'm someone else. So yeah, it is just blatant manipulation, but I think it's better for everyone involved. The third way I manipulate people is typically for people I know. Friends, family, that kind of thing. It's very innocent, very innocuous, and what I do is, when someone is along and I'm making them a tea or a coffee, if I really want them to stay and talk with me longer or just prolong the visitation, I will make their tea or coffee a bit hotter. I'll put a little bit less milk in. I'll make sure the water's really hot. I might even preheat the cup, you know, just so that it takes them longer to drink it. And in turn, if someone's along, friend or family, and I kind of want to get them out of there, I'll make the tea a lot colder, or the coffee a lot colder. Put a lot of milk in, maybe a bit of cold water. They'll drink it faster and they'll be on their way. Complete manipulation for sure, but when you think of it, human interactions, social interactions, all that stuff, I think pretty much everything is manipulation to some degree. It's just that manipulation has very negative connotations. Right, I will leave you with a quote. It is by Thomas Jefferson, and he said, "I find that the harder I work, the more luck I seem to have."